St. Martin, I'm Yesenia Lazaro.
And I'm Austin Lawrence.
And welcome to another edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
We're bringing the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
It's Thursday, Throwback Thursday, but before we throw back anything, let's get into our top headlines.
Telecom defends local telecom future amid union concerns. Telecom Group has responded to concerns raised by the St. Martin Communications Union about the island's telecommunication future. The locally owned provider says its recent modernization efforts are a long-term plan, not a reaction to new competitors like Starlink. Over the past 2 years, Telecom rolled out ultra-fast fiber packages with speeds up to 250 megabytes download and 100 megabytes upload, without raising prices. The company also launched a new mobile core in June, paving the way for full island-wide 5G coverage by early 2026, which would make St. Martin one of the most advanced telecom markets in the Caribbean. Telecom emphasized its commitment to financial stability, achieving these upgrades without taking on a new role. Telecom emphasized its commitment to financial sustainability, achieving these upgrades without taking on new loans. The company also highlighted the importance of local jobs and infrastructure, noting that unlike global competitors, it invests directly in St. Martin workforce and critical networks. Looking ahead, Telecom says its priorities remain completing the broadband rollout, delivering 5G, improving customer service, and protecting local employment. The company stresses it is moving confidently towards a resilient, innovative telecom future by St. Martin for St. Martin.
She condemns crime, calls for stronger public-private action. The St. Martin Chamber of Commerce and Industry, COCHI, has condemned recent criminal activity affecting both businesses and residents. The Chamber says these actions threaten public safety, investor confidence, and the island's reputation as a safe tourism destination. COCHI emphasizes that crime undermines entrepreneurship and economic recovery, calling the situation unacceptable and urging immediate action. The Chamber pledged to engage with the government, law enforcement, and key stakeholders to develop effective strategies to combat crime. COCHI is advocating for enhanced safety measures, stronger public-private collaboration, and urgent interventions to protect businesses and the wider community. The Chamber stressed that all partners, government, civil society, and the private sector must unite to ensure St. Martin remains a safe place to live, work, and invest.
Otley launches petition for GEBE oversight and relief. United People's Party MP Omar Otley has launched a petition calling for urgent relief from GEBE ongoing services failures and for higher government oversight of the utility company. The petition, unveiled at a well-attended town hall in Soccer Garden, already gathered 193 signatures and aims for at least 1,000. Titled, "The People Demand Immediate Relief from GEBE's Failures," the petition sets a December 1st deadline for government action on 5 demands. These include revising electricity and water tariffs, adjusting the fuel clause to reflect actual prices, correcting billing errors with a transparent credit system, placing GEBE under stricter supervision, and ensuring all households are reconnected in time for the Christmas season. Otley emphasized that residents have endured over a year of blackouts, spoiled food, lost income, and inflated bills. He stressed that electricity is a basic need, not a luxury, and called on the community to stand together. GEBE representatives were present at the town hall, engaging with residents, and Otley underlined the importance of collaboration between the utility and government to deliver real relief. major U.S. airline is landing in St. Martin, and big changes are taking off inside PJIA. Could this be the airport's turning point? The full story ahead.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Martin, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Martin. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Martin by St. Martin hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
With a Sunshine Report straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you all the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to remember to help keep you and your family safe. If you're not in an area that is advised to evacuate and you decide to stay in your home, plan for adequate supplies in case you lose power and water for several days and you're not able to leave due to flooding or blocked roads. This hurricane season, make a family emergency communication plan. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Martin. The Ministry of Vromi, Department of Infrastructure Management, together with the Police Department KPSM, is making changes to traffic on a section of Canagita Street and Manzanella Stake, Phillipsburg. The Canagita Street from the intersection with Percy LaBega Street to Manzanella Stake will now be a one-way street. Inbound traffic can enter Canagita Street from Percy LaBega Street and drive straight ahead or turn left into Manzanella Stake. Outbound traffic leaving town on Canagita Street must make a right turn onto Manzanella Stake. Entry further into the Canagita Street will no longer be permitted. Outbound traffic exiting Manzanella Stake onto Walter Nisbet Road can either make a right or left-hand turn. The Ministry of Vromi, Department of Infrastructure Management, and the Police Department would like to thank the public for their attention to this change. Please follow the new traffic rules and signage and drive safely.
Public consultations planned for new mental health care center. Residents, professionals, and community groups are invited to share their input on the design of the island's new mental health care center. The National Recovery Program Bureau, known as NRPB, the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, VSA, and the St. Martin Mental Health Foundation are hosting 2 consultation sessions in early September. The first session, on Tuesday, September 2nd, at the University of St. Martin, is aimed at stakeholders including government representatives, health professionals, NGOs, and civil society. A second public session will take place Thursday, September 4th, from 6 to 8 p.m. at the White and Yellow Cross, with a special invitation to residents near the St. John's location. Both sessions will feature draft design presentations, panel discussions, and opportunities for attendees to provide feedback. Organizers hope that by involving the community early, the center will reflect St. Martin's culture, values, and arts while promoting an inclusive and welcoming environment. Construction is expected to begin in summer 2026 and finish by summer 2027. The project is funded by the St. Martin Trust Fund and the national government with oversight from the World Bank.
Youth-created book donated to St. Martin Library. The St. Martin Library has added a new book, Art at the Sea, to its collection, thanks to the donation from the Love to Learn Foundation. The book was entirely created by local youth and celebrates 12 influential pioneers in St. Martin across politics, media, music, culture, and economics. Through storytelling and artwork, the young contributors honor the legacies of individuals who have shaped the island's community. Librarians say the book highlights youth creativity, engagement, and serves as a vulnerable research resource. The donation comes as the school term begins, emphasizing the importance of education, cultural preservation, and community contribution. Art at the Sea is now available for public research at the St. Martin Library.
Adults invited to join Youth Participation Study. A youth-led research project on community participation is entering its second phase, this time focusing on adults aged 25 and older. The study, guided by research consultant Bart van der Meyden and the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, aimed to compare adult perspectives with those of young people to strengthen youth participation across schools, homes, and public spaces. The first phase, completed by youth researchers, focused on the views of young people. Now adults are invited to complete an anonymous voluntary survey which will help identify common ground and inform inclusive, youth-responsive policies under the island's Youth Mainstreaming Agenda 2025 to 2030. Community members can participate by scanning the QR code or following the survey link. Researchers say the study only takes a few minutes and encourages everyone to help amplify youth voices by sharing their perspectives. More flights, homegrown leadership, and celebrated an 80th birthday. But is Princess Juliana Airport ready to reclaim its crown as the Caribbean's premier hub? Stay with us.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll.
Another level. What did you do?
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link sharing all everywhere?
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link.
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app though. All you gotta do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a app. What the It's not a app.
You kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
Good day and welcome to NewsDesk. St. Martin's Princess Juliana International Airport has seen its share of challenges, from hurricane damage to pandemic travel slowdowns. But now, signs of a major comeback are everywhere. With new airline routes, a strong wave of homegrown leadership, and its 80th year, the question is being asked: is the airport ready to reclaim its spot as the Caribbean's premier hub? Alston.
Thank you, Jess. First, let's talk airlift. Princess Juliana International Airport recently finalized a deal with Southwest Airlines to launch 9 weekly flights starting in spring 2026. The service includes daily flights from Orlando and weekend non-stop flights from Baltimore, giving travelers from more than 40 United States cities new ways to reach St. Martin. Baltimore's BWI Airport is a key hub for Southwest, which commands about 70% of the local passenger market, making this a strategic boost for both the airline and the island. CEO Michael Cleaver called the agreement a major achievement, highlighting its potential for tourism growth, trade, and cultural exchange. Minister of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport, and Telecommunications, the Honorable Grisha Heiliger-Martin, emphasized that this partnership is a new chapter for St. Martin's airlift strategy and accessibility. It's not just about the U.S. market. The airport is also strengthening regional connections. In partnership with Winair, the St. Martin Tourism Bureau recently activated a major promotional campaign at the 2025 St. Kitts Music Festival, reaching over 30,000 festival goers. High-value attendees engage with on-site branding, raffle promotions, and on-stage prize presentations, all aimed at increasing intra-Caribbean travel to St. Martin. Tourism officials say this demonstrates the airport and the island are thinking strategically about both international and regional markets. The airport's internal leadership is also evolving. Minister Heiliger-Martin congratulated Mr. Emile Levans on his appointment as Chief Operations Officer and Ms. Michaela Lake as Chief Financial Officer. Both have spent their careers at the airport growing within the system. The minister called their appointments a proud moment for St. Martin and a sign that homegrown talent is ready to guide the airport into its next era. Princess Juliana International Airport also marked a major milestone. It had its 80th anniversary and the royal reopening of its renovated terminal last year, November 22nd. The celebration honored the airport's legacy of connecting people and cultures while showcasing its commitment to innovation, efficiency, and sustainability. Taking together these developments, new U.S. and regional routes, strengthened leadership, and a symbolic 80th birthday, suggests the airport is not just recovering, but actively positioning itself to compete in a regional market that includes hubs like San Juan, Antigua, and St. Kitts. Jess.
Thank you, Alston. With new routes coming, homegrown leaders at the helm, and a major anniversary on the horizon, the airport is clearly on the move. But the ultimate question remains, will these steps be enough to restore St. Martin's Airport to its former glory as the Caribbean's preferred hub? Travelers, airlines, and regional competitors alike will be watching closely in the months ahead. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across all social media platforms. I'm Alston Lawrence.
And I'm Justina Lassiter, wishing you an amazing day. See you tomorrow.
And tomorrow, we want to hear a good report that you stayed friendly, St. Martin.